Ever since the Snyder Cut was announced, there's been a lot of information floating around about it, some of it inaccurate, and since the release of the teaser trailer, there has been even more information that people are just getting wrong, and it's causing a bit of confusion. So I want to address some of this misinformation and help clear up things about the Snyder Cut. This will range from things that we see in the teaser trailer, as well as just information that has been leaked over the past couple years, that most people just might not be aware of. Honestly, most of this misinformation and misconceptions are all coming from comic book and movie media outlets, who are just rushing out articles and not really doing much research. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear up some of the things that I see people most confused about.
Well, we just got our first full trailer for the Snyder Cut of Justice League, even though technically it was not a full trailer since it was in a 4:3 aspect ratio.
The fuck did you just say?
I don't know why he said that, because the aspect ratio doesn't change the fact that this is a trailer. By that logic, I guess the Lighthouse doesn't have a trailer then. Anyway, let's talk about the aspect ratio. So instead of being 2.4 widescreen, it's going to be 1.66, so the image will be taller, but you will not lose anything on the side. If you look online, you can find videos and images that will help you see the difference. You will not lose anything on the sides. The black bars are there because the image itself is taller. And this is one of those things that no matter how much you explain to someone, they really just have to see it. So the best advice I can give to someone is to watch the trailer on your TV to get a better idea how it's going to look. Because on your phone and even some computer monitors, it could appear that you're not getting the full image, but you actually are. Technically, you're seeing more. Personally, I was a little iffy when I heard about the aspect ratio, but once I watched the teaser clips and the trailer on my TV, I realized I didn't even notice the black bars on the side. It wasn't as distracting as I thought it would be. I'll leave a link to a few videos explaining it more in depth.
I really like evil Superman. You like evil Superman. A lot of people, just like Batman, don't trust the guy.
Black suit Superman isn't an evil Superman. A lot of people know this, but some seem to think that the black suit means that he's evil now. But really, it's a regeneration suit that he wears after he's resurrected. It allows him to absorb more radiation from the sun. I came across a video that has a theory in it, and it's just plain wrong.
I'm going to do a little potential plot speculation here, so bear with me. In Batman vs. Superman, a time-traveling Barry tells Bruce, and in the Whedon cut, the sight of Lois prevents Superman from staying evil. So I think that in this movie, Superman accidentally kills Lois, and this will permanently turn him to the dark side. Then we'll get to see this nightmare scenario unfold, where Steppenwolf wins and Darkseid conquers Earth.
Alright, so a few things. First and foremost, Superman doesn't come back to life and kill Lois out of confusion and becomes evil. He comes back to life and Lois helps him remember who he is by going back to his family home. There are scenes in this trailer that show Clark reuniting with his mother, and Lois is there too. So no, Superman does not kill Lois and become evil. There is no evil Superman.
So you're fucking wrong.
The reveal of Steppenwolf, who, oh my god, looks so much better than the version we saw in 2017.
This isn't Steppenwolf, it's Desaad. I'm not going to pretend that I knew who this was right off the bat. I had to look online to figure it out. We see Steppenwolf's original design in this trailer and look at them side by side. I don't see much of a similarity, except for them being big gray aliens. And some people even seem to think that this is Darkseid, even though we see 2 clips of Darkseid in the trailer.
That's what Darkseid looks like! Well, I mean, he looks better than Steppenwolf. I'll give him that. I'll give it that.
And this leads me to my next part. Justice League didn't copy Infinity War with this character's design. Both Desaad and this character were designed by the same concept artist. They look similar because they were designed by the same person. And people forget that this film was originally supposed to come out in 2017. Infinity War came out in 2018. So I guess technically you could say that Infinity War copied Justice League. No, what really happened was it was just the same concept artist. He designed both characters. That's it. Darkseid appears in this trailer twice. One, he is front and center, and the other, he is much smaller on screen, but that's still him. In the theatrical release, both these scenes were changed to Steppenwolf. These scenes are part of the history lesson section that was originally meant for Darkseid. Also, this is not adult Darkseid. This is Euxis, I guess how you pronounce it, or young Darkseid, which is why he's not wearing the armor we're used to seeing him in. So the people saying that he doesn't look enough like Darkseid, don't worry, it's not even his final form.
I think, and listen, he saved Justice League. He saved Justice League. The only reason that movie made any money is because he stepped in and saved it.
Are you sure about that?
A lot of people who haven't been following the Snyder Cut movement seems to believe that this is the same situation to BVS. The theatrical cut of BVS was 2.5 hours long and had some pacing and plot issues because of the cut footage. But the Ultimate Edition adds in that 30 minutes of footage and clears up most of the problems people had with the film. But the difference between BVS and 2017 Justice League is that BVS is still one director's vision, and by adding in that missing footage we were able to see the full picture. But Justice League was haphazardly reshot by a completely different director and only used maybe 10% of the original footage. And that gave us this rushed, messy, lazy, and Frankenstein of a movie. In 2017, Joss Whedon came in to finish up Justice League and he wrote an 80-page script that averaged about 90 minutes. And then he took pieces of what Snyder already filmed and spliced it into what he reshot. And that's the version of the movie that we got 3 years ago. And most people don't realize that, so when they hear that the Snyder Cut is going to be 2 hours longer than the theatrical cut, they think it's going to be 2 more hours of this.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you talk to fish?
That's all stuff that was shot by Whedon, so we've only seen a very small portion of what Snyder actually filmed. Assuming that Whedon used roughly 20 to 30 minutes of Zack's footage, that means there is about 3.5 hours of footage we haven't seen, which will give us a completely different movie. Hell, you can see that in the Snyder Cut trailer. And Snyder will not be using any footage from the 2017 Justice League. I can't really be too mad at people for not knowing that Whedon was involved, because the movie only credits Snyder as the director.
So that was a fucking lie.
This should be impossible now.
It should be impossible now?
You don't know about the...
Oh my god, don't do this to me. I don't know about the what. Okay. Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
Since 2017, we've had a number of DC movies that continue after the events of Justice League. Shazam makes mention of Superman's resurrections and features an end credit scene with him. Aquaman mentions Steppenwolf. So where does Zack Snyder's Justice League fall into all this? Well, think of it this way. There are different worlds in the DC universe, and Snyder movies all take place in one, while movies after 2017 Justice League take place in a different one. The multiverse is what's called. Basically, all these different worlds and universes exist alongside each other. And this was really put into full swing when Ezra Miller's Flash met the CW's Flash in the Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover event. And it's showing that the multiverse is real and all these heroes coexist in it. So you can think of it like this. The events of 2017 Justice League branches off, and that's where we have our current DCEU movies, since they follow the events of the theatrical cut. And then you got the Snyderverse with his movies. Then you got the Arrowverse with all the CW TV shows. And then Matt Reeves' Batman and show Gotham PD take place in their own universe. And you could say that Joker takes place in its own world as well. So all these different worlds and universes coexist alongside each other. But they're all not directly related to each other, and they all do their own thing. But since they are confirmed to all exist in the multiverse, there is possibility in the future for some crossover and some interesting events to occur. The multiverse is going to be explored much more in the Flash solo movie coming up, but that was just a bare bones basic explanation of it and where it places the Snyder Cut. I saw some people confused about that because they didn't know if it was like retconning the events of the current DCEU movies, but then I also seen a bunch of people who just don't really give a shit.
Don't care.
This is one that a lot of people were just theorizing about, and that is, whose grave is Cyborg digging up? People either believe that it was Superman's grave, his mother's grave, or his own grave, but it couldn't be Superman's grave because the surrounding tombstones don't match up with what's in BVS. So I thought maybe it was his mother's grave, but Zack Snyder confirms that it's his own grave. For what purpose? We'll have to watch and find out. You see, I, like many people, thought this was a flashback to not long after Cyborg was revived by the Mother Box, and he was digging the grave up of his mom to try to bring her back. But Snyder explains that Superman decays differently because he's Kryptonian, which is why they were able to wait so long before bringing him back, and humans decay much faster, basically meaning that she was already too far gone to bring back. So this is one that most of us, and even myself, was really wrong about, and was revealed as Zack Snyder talked more about the trailer. The song was actually chosen years ago, and he said it's a personal song for him and his family.
So how early did you know you wanted to use the Hallelujah song?
It was on 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
It's a real personal song, for our family and for all of us here. And,
Got it.
it's something that I just felt like, was right for this, it has significance beyond just the movie, and I think we all love the song, and it just felt like.
So it wasn't chosen to represent the fans' reaction for the cut's release, although it does work perfectly for that. So that's one that we all got wrong. And that's going to do it for all the main ones I want to talk about. There are a bunch of fan theories out there for certain scenes and shots in the trailer. Like someone probably thought that this arrow was fired by Oliver Queen, but it's not. It was fired by Diana's mother to warn her about the invasion. So that's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like on it. And if you want, you can follow me on Twitter, link down below. Go ahead and leave a comment with some strange fan theories or just inaccurate information you saw people talk about when it comes to the Snyder Cut. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.
Wait till you see the. No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.